So yesterday, after my meeting with these group of men, I came home, I did a video. And later on that night, before going to sleep, after doing my Khalil's, I looked at what the title of the video said. It says Watchmen. When I looked at how many people had watched the video, it said 144. Then later on that morning, when I woke up in between sleep and awake, I heard a sound that sounded like a trumpet. It sounded like an owl, but with a vibrational frequency like a tremble. But you know how you hear a triangle, it was like that, but it was then I woke up. It's in the beginnings of sounding like and then it dropped. I'm not saying the sound quite like what I heard, but it's like usually normally when you hear a train, but it's at the very end is what makes the beginning of what mine sounded like when I heard the trumpet sound in my ear. And this was, maybe about something close to 2 o'clock. And this was just right up out of sleep. And then as I was falling back to sleep is when I heard it, and then it cut off like really quick. This year is going to change a lot of people. There will be people running around looking for their children, and they will not be there. Many of those that watch for the signs, many watchers that watch for the signs, will be gone. Many that do not watch for the signs will wonder, where did these people go? And I'm not trying to scare anyone, but there's 8 billion people on this planet. And not everybody's gonna go. Out of that 8 billion, only, from what I'm told, don't quote me on it, but what I'm told, it's a very shallow amount that'll be going. We're here to watch. You know, this They say, look up, your redemption is nigh. You're always supposed to be looking up. You're always supposed to be watching the signs, your surroundings, the rumors of wars. You're supposed to watch everything, every single thing. If you are a watchman and you're watching, that means you're doing your job. That means you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that's watching and preparing. Like I said, I'm no Bible scholar. I just started reading the Bible in 2020. At the same time, I can see the things that are happening, what's going on, and what's about to come. Because the Holy Spirit showed it to me. And seeing that 144 on there, that people have been watching, like 144 watched that video. Watchmen, before I went to sleep. And then when in between awake and asleep, I hear a horn like trumpet, like sounding like an owl, but with a vibrational tremble to it. Like you would hear the trains. The trains has like this trembling sound to it. It's not consistent. It's like has a trembling sound to it. What I heard was like an owl with a tremble sound to it. Like the very beginnings of starting to get louder and louder, but then it shut off. And that's what woke me up that's what I was going back to sleep, and then when I heard that, I woke back up. It's like, oh, I was hearing the trumpet. I'm no prophet. I'm just a being that sees things. Holy Spirit shows me things. The Holy Spirit shields me and protects me. In the etheric world, it's a little harder. Because we're fighting a battle between principalities, beings that we cannot touch. No man knows the day or the hour, like I said. You're being told when it's going to happen. It's on the Feast of Trumpets. You just don't know the day or the hour, because that's whether it takes two witnesses to see the crescent moon. It could be cloudy that day, or it may not be cloudy both days, or it may be cloudy on that day, or cloudy the next day, or not cloudy on one day. No man knows the day or the hour. That is the name of the Feast of Trumpets. I would say prepare yourselves. I am. A few little things I have to take care of and put together before my departure. Because I can feel it coming, because I see the signs, I see everything around me. I see everything around me, everything. seen the promise. I seen the sun descending and turning blood red, which to me it symbolized the bloody robe or the bloody sash, or whatever it may be. The return is what I see, is what that represents to me. Being called up, I start traveling out of my sleep up into the sky, and being told to have faith. And to hold on. Looking out in the distance as I'm up in the sky, being called up, and there's a dark clouds and lightning storm headed this way. So, which means disaster is going to strike. Seeing my friend in the darkness, hiding behind the door. But for me, it's emanating light coming from behind me, but it's showing her trying to stab me. But the darkness is so dark, I see that as 3 days of darkness. And her scared and frantic and hiding, trying to hide from the demonic entities that are within the darkness. So there's so many things I've seen, and that really hit the spot yesterday. I seen 144 on Watchmen. It says watch, I put Watchmen, and then next thing you know, how many people watched it? 144. 144,000. Not 100, it says 144, but we all know 144 means 144,000. And then to wake up that morning, see something close to 3 o'clock or somewhere around 2 something. And then as I start falling back to sleep, I hear this trumpet sound, as if it was beginning to sound in its very beginning stages, and then it dropped, as it's letting me know that it's getting ready to start. The trumpets are getting ready to be blown. This is biblical and this is prophecy. This is what's to come. So many of you can, I just put it like this. Many of you that do not believe, or you're supposed to be a believer, you're going to be caught unaware. You're going to be caught with your pants at your ankles. Because we're supposed to be watching. If you're not watching, you're lukewarm. I'm just going to put it like that. If you're not watching, you're lukewarm. That's just what it is. If you're not watching, you are lukewarm. If you're not watching every aspect 365 degrees around, if your head is not on a swivel, if you're not constantly looking up, if you're constantly wearing baseball caps and it's covering your eyes to keep you from looking up, You're not watching. When I'm outside, I spend most of my time looking up. I don't look down, I look up. I don't look straight ahead, I look up. I'm always looking up. Always. Why do you think they made baseball caps to keep you from looking up? Of course, people that play baseball, it's for to block the sun, but they got other things for that. What they used to call them sun visors, you know. But that's to keep you from looking up, keep you from noticing what's in the skies, what's above your head. But most people don't see that. They don't catch that. They think it's always just fashion. No. It keeps you from looking up and noticing the signs that are around you. Every single thing is a telltale sign. Every single thing around you. Everything. I had so much in my head this morning after hearing that trumpet, hearing that sound. And when I heard it, I was falling asleep, and then all of a sudden I woke up and it stopped. And this is right after seeing that 144 and then having watchmen as it was written. When I was in Satan's kingdom, those that were following me, those that seemed that I was mentoring, those that call me Moses, I told them, be watchful, be mindful, pay attention to everything, all your surroundings, everything. I've written a book, and this is what I'm preparing. I'm preparing this book, getting this book finished, and well, not finished, it's already finished. I just need to put some other stuff with it, and then I'm trying to put it all together. So therefore, this book will be left behind for someone, and then they'll have to pick it up from there. Because when the second coming comes, it's to help someone, or to help a group of people once that one person finds it. Because I won't be able to take it with me, so I'm trying to hurry up and finish putting it together before the time is up. But that's my whole goal right now. It's just my whole focus is on getting this book finished and put together, and it'll be left behind for someone to find, and they'll have to carry it on and minister it, because it's going to have to be done. So that's what I mean by I'm preparing. This is what I meant about me preparing. That doing what I need to do before my time is up. But that really surprised me. I didn't really sleep that much. Probably tonight I will. Maybe sleep a little heavier tonight, because it was a very long day yesterday. This going to the store and stopping with these guys and talking with these guys, and then dealing with the dog and my friend's dog. I mean, this really took a lot out of me. I'm still tired because that long walk that I took. I mean, where I'm at, Walmart is not that. It's of course walking distance is not that close. It'll take you at least an hour to go there and back. 30 minutes going and 30 minutes coming back. And that's not the counting you walking inside the store and doing whatever. But I felt it's like such urgency to get this book finished up and put it all together, because that's very urgency. When I didn't know what was going on, I felt it in my spirit that something was about to happen because of all the signs I'm seeing. And then noticing that when they start talking about peace in the Middle East, peace in Israel, that's when the tribulation starts, when they start to this 3-year peace, 3.5-year peace, but it's really not peace. It's setting up the stage for the Antichrist. This is what I mean by being a watchman. It's not just celestial, it's politics as well, but it's all biblical. Everything is biblical about it. Everything. Sure, even though that man was joking about, he wasn't joking, but he was serious about being a pope. There's a couple people were talking about being a pope, but I'm talking about Trump. He was dead serious. It may seem like a joke, but he was dead serious. But if you don't watch things, because it's written right in the Bible, you see it in Revelations. You'll see it, literally see it. If you're not paying attention, Holy Spirit, have mercy on your soul, because you're lost. Not only that, you got shutters over your eyes, and beyond those shutters is scales. And I ain't talking about fish scales, I'm talking about snake scales. So don't be lost. Be aware. Be watchful. Pay attention to your surroundings. Everything around you. And especially celestial, especially governmental systems, especially the presidency. What's happening in Gaza and Israel and all these other places. Turkey and all these places, Russia and everybody, Asia, watch it all. Then not only that, watch the weather. You'd see it, you can see. Look at the sun, you can see it. When the sun is like a quarter away from, you can see that there's something there. There's something behind it. Something literally following it. You can see it because there's a red haze around it. That's not normal. There's a red circle around the sun when it gets quarter of the way down, going down in the east. No, in the west, I'm sorry. And not paying attention, man. These things that are happening, it's not normal. The world will not ever go back to being normal. Now things are going to ramp up. Normal is over. That is out the door. that is out the door. But I'm going to leave this here. Love each other like you love yourself. Learn to forgive and let live and let go. For this is your salvation. For if you do not do these things, hear me well, for if you do not do these things, you will not make it into the Holy Spirit's house. Forgiveness is the most important part, because if you cannot forgive, you don't have peace. Your spirit is unrested. People that have forgiveness, they're restful. They're not antsy. They're not uptight, angry. So, if you do not do these things, because these things are wicked, and you don't know how to forgive, that's wickedness. That's wickedness, and that's something that the Holy Spirit will not be taking with us, because we're trying to wipe out all the wickedness and remove it all. So if you don't know how to forgive, how do you expect to go? You don't know how to let things go, how do you expect to go? How do you expect to get into the Holy Spirit's house? Because that's not going to fly if you can't learn to forgive. And if you don't know how to love by your inside and not doing it just because to get something out of it. And I think a lot of people get that confused when they help someone, that this is love, or when they help someone, there's an agenda behind it. You don't know what that agenda is, but there's something behind it. You got somebody who supposedly have love, they have love for you, but there's an agenda. But yet they're angry all the time, but yet they don't know how to forgive. There's an agenda behind it. There's wickedness. So if you can't learn to forgive, it's just, that's the number one rule right there. Forgiveness. Showing mercy. Being faithful. Being faithful to your forgiveness. Being faithful in love. Being a pure heart of love, because you don't have that pure heart of love. I'm sure you can walk around and say, oh, I love you, brother, or I love you, sister, to a lot of people. But if it's not pure, the Holy Spirit can see it. Can see right through it. Many people go to church and they thinking just because they go to church, they did what they were supposed to do. Many people walk around and think that you go to church and you feel that you did a good thing and it makes you feel good, but after a while you yelling at somebody, arguing at somebody, your life is not at peace. This is forgiveness. This is showing mercy. If you're running around and you yelling at somebody, or you just came from church and there's no peace, so there's no forgiveness, and there's no love, true love, because it comes from inside. It doesn't come from the outside in, it comes from the outside out. Sure, there may be some people that may get on your nerves or something like that, but when you yell at someone and you don't feel bad for doing it, or you don't speak and say, hey, oh, I'm sorry, hey, it's just, forgive me, But some people do things purposely to push your buttons, to aggravate you. And some people just, this is their life. They wake up fighting, arguing continuously, and then turn around and go to church and thinking everything is okay, everything is forgiven, but it's not. Your heart is not there. Sure, you do it. Sure, you go and it's a normal regimen that you do, but it's just what you do. It's not, you're not literally feeling it. You're not really. Me, I live, sleep, breathe, doing Khalil's, giving my gratefulness, asking for my forgiveness. I do it religiously, 24/7, non-stop. The only reason why I stopped is because I went to go to the store yesterday and I stopped with this man. I thought it was very, very important, but it was also, I feel it was an assignment for me, from the Holy Spirit, to give the good news. It's not my choice to go around and say who's wrong and who's right, or who's prophesying and that's not wrong. That's not my job. If the Holy Spirit reaches out to someone, the Holy Spirit reaches out to someone. It's just best to be prepared. And what I received yesterday and today, and I said, show me these numbers at least 3 times, and all 3 times have been shown. I was showed the promise during a rainstorm, a rainbow in the middle of a rainstorm. So, those that don't believe, don't. When you wonder where your children are, the young ones, the baby ones, 2, 3, 4, not teens. When you wonder where they at, they disappeared. You don't have to ask, you know. Because you would have been just left behind. Thank you guys for watching. This has been my time. This has been my appointed time. Whenever the Holy Spirit sends something to me or does something for me, I will speak out. So I would say, be good to each other. Walk up to someone and say, that it's almost time.